Hello everyone, my name is Amy Sullivan with Aspire Zen, and today we are going to be doing a moon salutation yoga flow. We often do a sun salutation in typical yoga classes, but this particular sequence is fantastic to do during a full or a new moon. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. So standing at attention, you can choose to have your feet hips width apart for a little more stability, or you could bring your big toes to touch, allow for a little sliver of space between your heels. Wherever you are with your feet, root down evenly through all four corners of each foot. Lift your thighs off your kneecaps. Inhale, mountain pose. Bring your hands up to the sky. Palms rotate to face toward one another. Pause here, breathe easy. Root down through your feet as you look up through your hands. Interlace your fingers together. Allow your index finger, pointer finger to stay pointed up. Your arms frame your face. Tuck your pelvis slightly under, lift your hip point slightly up. Inhale, root down through your feet. Inhale, grow slightly taller. Exhale, side bend to the left. Shift your fingers toward the left. Root down through your feet. Square your shoulders off to really open through your right side body. Inhale, rise back up, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Once again, root down through your feet to feel that up and over sensation through both sides of your body, lengthening. Inhale, back up to mountain. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. You can take that into a little warming up flow. So come to the top of your mat, same feet. Inhale, mountain pose, interlace your fingers, index finger shoots up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, rise back up, mountain. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, rise back up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips, bow forward, bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring your hands toward the ground, maybe on your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Pause here, bring your hands to your shins or maybe even your thighs so you can parallel your spine to the earth. Roll your shoulder blades down your back towards your tailbone. Inhale again and lengthen even more. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your left foot all the way back. Drop your back knee down. Frame your front foot with your hands and use your hands to pull your hips forward. Press your hips down toward the mat. Nice deep bend in your knee. Maybe you shift your hips side to side. You should feel an opening through your left front hip, your left psoas. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, half splits. Begin to shift your hips back. Straighten through your front leg. Flex your front foot. Walk your hands back in line to facilitate lifting and lengthening through your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, come forward, deep lunge. Inhale, half splits. Walk your hands back. Shift your hips back. Straighten your front leg. One more time. Inhale, come forward, deep lunge. Exhale, half splits. Walk your hands back. Moving on from here. Inhale, low crescent. Bend into your front knee. Rise up. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift up through your hip points. Knit your abs in to lengthen through your spine. Then lift your arms up. Interlace your fingers. Point that index finger up once again. Rise up even higher. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Inhale, step back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. First down dog here. So bend in, straighten your knee. Just awaken into the back of your body, your hamstrings. We'll warm up the other side. Find stillness in your down dog here. Send your belly button towards your thighs. Rotate your inner thighs toward the back of your space. Root down into your hands. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left leg through. Drop your back knee down. Frame your front foot with your hands and use your hands and bending your knee to draw your hips toward the mat. Once again, feel that deep stretch now on your right hip. Maybe you wiggle your hips back and forth, really get into those little nooks and crannies that might be a little tight. And then as you inhale, shift your hips back, half splits. Straighten through your front leg, walk your hands back. Lift your heart up. Flex through your front leg. Slight bend in your front knee is just fine. Just working on opening up your hamstring. Let's flow with that. Inhale, shift your hips forward, deep bend. Exhale, half splits. Shift your hips back, walk your hands back. Straighten your front leg. One more time, inhale. Shift forward. Exhale back, half splits. And inhale, come forward. This time, tuck your toes under, back toes under, lift your back knee to your low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Step your back foot to meet your front foot, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root down with your legs, lift your hands up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Moving on here, step your feet out wide, step your right foot back, and then shift your right foot in 45 degrees. Rotate your thigh, your knee, your calf of your left leg, all pointing toward the front of your mat. Bend into your front knee. Windmill your arms open, warrior two. Pause here, find a nice grounding space in your warrior two. Bend into your front knee, send weight into the ball of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot, and then shine your hips and heart toward the wide edge of your mat. Extend your fingers out in either direction, gaze over your left fingertips. Inhale here, sink a little lower. Exhale, straighten your front leg. So both legs are straight now. Step your back foot in to shorten your stance just a little bit. Inhale here. Exhale, triangle pose, extend forward with your fingertips, tilt your pelvis forward. When you can reach no further, drop your front arm down, back arm up, shine your heart out. Your bottom hand might be on your thigh, it might be on your shin, it might be on a block, it might be on the ground, triangle pose. Whatever you can do to allow a lengthening through both sides of your torso and a good twist from your belly center. Send the weight into the ball of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot. Beautiful job. Root down through both your feet. Inhale, rise up, half star. So hands parallel to the earth. Send both your toes pointing out, both your heels pointing in. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, goddess pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips down low. Bring your hands to heart center. It's a nice deep wide squat. And maybe wiggle into it. Once again, awakening into your hips. Awaken, awaken, alive. And then sink down low, knit your abs in to lift your heart up. Press your palms into one another. Root into your heels to fire up your strong hamstrings, to press your knees away from one another. Inhale, rise up, back up, half star. Straighten your legs, parallel your arms. Exhale, warrior two to the other side. So spin your left foot, your back foot in 45 degrees, your right foot, your front foot all the way around toward the front of your mat, then bend into your front knee. Align your front knee over your ankle. If it's shifting way forward, widen your stance front to back. Send the weight into the heel of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot to open your heart and hips out toward the wide edge of your mat. Beautiful job. Gaze over your right fingertips now. Inhale, sink a little bit lower. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale here. Exhale, triangle, reach forward toward the right. And then tick-tock your arms down to 6, up to 12, shine your heart out. Bottom arm finds a thigh, a shin, whatever feels good, the ground. Root into the ball of your front foot. Allow for a micro bend in your knee. Keep it knit soft. And then open your heart outward. Lengthen through both sides of your torso. Beautiful job. So strong. Root down through both your feet. Inhale, rise up, half star. Toes out, heels in, arms parallel. Inhale here, rise up. Exhale, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Drop your hands toward the mat. Point your toes forward. Walk your feet in just a little bit, like 2 heel toes. Keep your butt lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, froggy pose. Bend your knees. Drop your hips down. Find a nice deep squat. Draw your hands to heart to one another and press each elbow into each thigh. Malasana, option to sit your butt on a block or a steady cushion here, or maybe you come back up to that goddess pose. We're just opening deep into your thighs, into your hips. This is also part of our moon dance, our moon sequence, our moon salutation. Nice opening, lift your heart up, tuck your pelvis under. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your hands down to the mat. Press your butt up to the sky, straighten your legs. Root into your feet. Inhale, rise back up. And bring your hands to heart center, feet together. Shake those legs out. Let's get into our moon salutation. You're gonna face toward the wide edge of your mat just as you are now. Just as we did at the very beginning, you can choose to bring your feet together, or you can bring your feet hips width for a little bit more stability. Wherever you are, bring your big toes to touch. Stand up straight, tuck your tailbone under, lift your hip points. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Root down, lift your fingertips high, interlace your palms, point your index finger up toward the sky. Inhale as you lengthen a little more. Exhale, side bend to the left. Root down to lift up and over, stretching through your right ribs. Inhale, rise back up to mountain. Other side, exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Exhale, goddess pose. Step out wide, toes out, heels in, sink your hips low, bend your knees. Bring your hands to heart center. Shift back into your goddess, sway back and forth. Root down into your heels, press your knees away from one another. Tuck your tailbone under, lift your heart up. Incredible. Inhale, half star. Straighten your legs, parallel your hands to the earth, palms facing down. Rotate your right foot in 45 degrees towards your center line. Align your left foot parallel to the long sides of your mat, so your whole leg is rotating towards the left side. Inhale here. Exhale, triangle pose. Look over your left fingertips, reach forward to the left hinge from your hips, and then tuck your arms down and up, shine your heart out. Inhale, pyramid pose. Drop your top arm down. Maybe it meets your left arm. Shine your heart toward the ground, towards your left foot. Maybe your hands come down. Align your back feet. Both toes are facing towards the top of your mat now. Perhaps you step in a beat. So you shorten your stance just a little bit. Inhale, tense your fingers up, lift your heart up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold down a little bit deeper. You can have a little bend in your front knee if that feels better on your hamstring. Maybe your hands are up on blocks. Take care of you. One more big inhale here. And then as you exhale, drop your back knee down, low lunge. Frame your front foot, untuck the toes. Inhale, low crescent, rise up, lift your arms up, tuck your tailbone slightly under. Lift up through your heart, lengthen through your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Plant your palms on the inside of your left foot. Spin both of your toes toward the wide edge of your mat. Bend your left knee. Keep your right leg long. Sink your hips down onto the left side. Beautiful. Inhale, Malasana, froggy pose. Draw your right foot in about halfway to your mat. Shift your hips to the center. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your elbows into your inner thighs. Drop your hips down, heart up. Yes, so now we move on to the other side. Inhale here. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Shift your weight over to your right hip. Extend your left foot out long, toes still pointing forward. Beautiful. Inhale, low crescent. Walk your hands around to the right side of your mat. Drop your left knee, your back knee down, and rise up. Low crescent pose, lift your hands up, tuck your pelvis under. Hips up, lengthen through your spine. One more big inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your front foot with your hands. Tuck your toes under, lift your back knee. Step your back foot in. Inhale, pyramid pose. Straighten through both your legs. Shine both your toes forward to the other short edge of your mat. And shift the weight into the ball of your front foot. Your back foot could have your heel down or up, whatever feels more conducive to you finding a solid pyramid pose. Maybe your nose reaches your knee, maybe not. Maybe your hands are tented up, maybe they're on blocks. One more big inhale here. Exhale, triangle pose. Walk your right hand to the inside of your front foot, your right foot, and then shine your heart out, lift your left arm up, twist out. Triangle pose. So maybe your right hand is down on the mat. It's a little easier to get it from right down, but maybe it doesn't reach there. Maybe it's up on your shin or your thigh. What hand position will give you the ability to lengthen through both sides of your body and shine your heart out? One more big inhale here. And a nice exhale. Inhale, half star, rise up, toes out, arms parallel to the earth. Exhale, goddess pose. Sink your hips down, bend your knees, hands to heart center. Heart lifts. Inhale, mountain pose. Step your feet together, lift your fingertips up high, interlace your hands, pointer finger points up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. That is half our moon salutation. Now we will work our way around from this side, back around to the other side, back to the beginning, and then we'll flow it breath to movement. So root down through your feet, zipper up your thighs. Inhale, mountain pose, interlace your hands, stick your index finger up, look up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Step out, bring your hands to heart center, sink your hips low, bend your knees. Inhale, half star. Parallel your hands to the earth. Exhale, triangle pose. Spin your back foot, everything towards the right side of your mat. Reach out. Drop your right hand down, left hand up. Shine your heart out. Your right hand might find your shin or your thigh. Lengthen through both sides of your torso. Root into the ball of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot. Maintain a slight bend in your front knee. Just a micro bend. Beautiful job. Inhale here. Nice big exhale. Maybe you step your back foot in, shorten your stance. Inhale, pyramid pose. Drop your top arm down to meet your right foot. Frame your right foot with both your hands. Spin both feet to face towards this end of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift here. Maybe your hands come to your thigh. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Maybe come a little deeper. Shift your right hip back, left hip forward. Option to bend into your front knee if you need it to keep your hamstring happy. Option to bring your hands up on something like a block to lift your body up off the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge, drop your back knee down. Inhale, low crescent, lift your hands up, tuck your pelvis under, interlace your hands, point your finger up, look up. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Kick your left foot out, bend into your right knee, sink your hips back. Walk your left foot in towards your right, but not all the way there. So inhale, froggy pose, bring your hands to heart center. Shine your heart up, hips down. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Kick your right foot out. Yes, you got it. From here, inhale, low crescent. Walk your hands around to the left. Drop your right knee back down. Lift your heart up. Interlace your hands. Tuck your pelvis under. Feel that nice psoas stretch on the right as you breathe easy here. Take one more inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, frame your foot, low lunge. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. Step your back foot in. Inhale, pyramid pose on this side. Pause here for a moment, noticing now that we've come back around, perhaps this one feels a little bit different, a little more warm, or maybe not. Walk your left hand to the inside of your left foot, your front foot. Spin your back foot out 45 degrees. Inhale here, exhale, triangle. Shine your heart out. Send weight into the ball of your front foot, outer knife edge of your back foot. Inhale, rise up, half star. Toes out, heels in, arms parallel. Exhale, goddess pose. Sink your hips down low, bend your knees. Inhale, mountain pose, step your feet together. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Samasthiti. Now we're gonna do that one more time from the left to the right and then back again from the right to the left. This time we'll take it breath to movement, vinyasa style. Go with the flow, take care of you as you go. Have fun with it, our little moon salutation. Root down with your feet, lift up through your torso. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your fingertips high, interlace your hands, pointer finger shoots up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Root down as you reach up and over. Inhale, mountain pose, lift up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Step your feet out, sink your hips low, hands to heart center. Inhale, half star. Parallel your hands. Exhale, triangle pose. Spin your back foot to the left. Reach out forward. Tick-tock your arms down. Shine your heart out. Inhale, pyramid pose. Drop your top arm down to meet your front arm. Spin your feet in line with one another. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, low crescent. Lift your hands high. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Bend into your left knee, straighten your right leg. Inhale, malasana. Draw your right foot in toward the center line, hands to heart center. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Kick your left foot out long. Inhale, low crescent. Walk your hands around to the right. Drop your back knee. Rise up. Lift your hands up. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your front foot. Tuck your back knee. Or tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step your back foot in, inhale, pyramid pose. Straighten your both legs. Walk your right hand to the inside of your front foot, and exhale, triangle pose. Shine your heart out to the front space. Root down through both your feet. Inhale, half star. Toes out, heels in, arms parallel. Exhale, goddess. Sink low. Inhale, mountain, step your feet together. Lift up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center, samasthiti. Let's make our way back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, goddess pose. Step out, sink your hips low. Inhale, half star. Straighten your legs. Exhale, triangle pose to the right. Inhale, pyramid pose. Spin your feet in line with your hands. Inhale, pyramid pose. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, side lunge to the right. Kick your left foot straight. Bend your right knee. Inhale, Malasana, froggy pose. Exhale, side lunge to the left. Kick your right foot out. Inhale, low crescent. Drop your right knee down. Spin around to your left. Rise up. Exhale, low lunge. Frame your front foot. Lift your back knee. Inhale, pyramid pose. Straighten both your legs. Drop your head to your knee. Exhale, triangle pose. Shine your heart out to the front. Right arm lifts. Inhale, half star. Toes out, heels in, arms parallel. Exhale, goddess pose. Sink your hips low, bend your knees. Inhale, mountain pose. Step your feet together, lift up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. Thank you for a beautiful moon salutation. We're gonna cool it down now. So come to the top of your mat here. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, tuck and curl. Bring your torso down to your knees. Lift your heels up. Tuck your body into a little ball here. Hands come to the mat to balance you. Nice big inhale. Exhale, boat pose. Walk your hands behind you to guide your hips down to the earth. Shine your heart up, abs in. Maybe your arms come out. Maybe your feet stay down. Maybe your shins stay parallel. Maybe they lengthen. Hold here for just a moment. Inhale. As you exhale, lower slow and controlled down to the earth. Roll it down. Bring your feet down to the mat. Walk your feet towards your bum. Root your feet, heels down into the mat. Press your hands into the mat. Bring them down by your hips, palms facing down. Press into your hands, press into your heels. Tuck your pelvis under. Lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Option to interlace your hands underneath your bum. Roll your shoulders underneath. Add a little extra chest opener. Completely optional. Send your hands, your heels into the mat to lift your hips up. Shoot your tailbone towards your knees. Draw your knees toward one another. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Your tailbone will come down last. And gently draw both knees into your chest. Give your knees a little hug, a little squeeze. Roll your knees around in a circle. Massage your spine gently. Reverse directions of your circle. Pull them back around. Beautiful job. Hug your right knee in. Extend your left leg long. If this doesn't feel good on your lower back, bend your left knee and bring your left foot onto the mat. So long or bent, either way, hug your right knee in. Rotate your right ankle around. A little hug, a little squeeze. Inhale here. Exhale, supine twist. Draw your right knee across your body toward the left side. Perhaps your right shoulder comes back down. Maybe you extend your right leg out, right arm out, and look behind you to the right. Perhaps the hand that is near your knees draws your knees closer to the mat, enhancing your twist. Take one deep inhale here. As you exhale, gently come back to center. Reset your spine. Find a nice neutral spine, both sides. And then draw your left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg out nice and long. Or keep that right foot bent or right foot on the floor, knee bent. Rotate your left ankle around in a circle. Give your left leg a big hug and a squeeze. Inhale here. Exhale, supine twist. Draw your left knee across your body. Stack your hips. Send your left shoulder back toward the mat. Maybe it makes it there today, maybe not. Perhaps you look left, perhaps you extend your left arm out. Breathe deeply into this twist. Expand through your ribs. Sigh it out, exhale. Gently come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest once again. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Tuck your nose into your knees into your nose, and a little ball. Give yourself a big hug. Squeeze everything. Here, inhale. Exhale. Shavasana, resting pose. Allow your feet to come out long. Spread your feet wide apart from themselves. Let them splay out. Let your entire body connect and melt down into the mat, down into the earth. Take a few minutes to rest here, integrating all your hard work. I welcome you to stay here as long as you like, enjoying your much earned rest. If it's time for you to move on with your day, start to bring your awareness back to the space, back to this moment. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Allow any supportive thoughts and feelings to wash in, wash over. And start to wiggle into your fingers and your toes. Allow any other micro movements that feel good. Maybe you rotate your wrists and your ankles. Just awakening back into your body. And then letting that go. Extend your hands above your head. Stretch from your toes to your fingertips into wonderful, amazing you. Stretch into you. One more big inhale here. And then letting that go in the most gentle way. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Maybe you keep your eyes closed here. Bring your hands to heart center. Enjoying a little moon salutation. Letting our bodies flow in tune and cycle. It's a wonderful sequence to do in the full moon or any time you just feel like dancing around on your mat. With that, my friends, I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. Bring your hands to third eye center. Namaste. Thank you once again for joining me for this moon salutation sequence. If you enjoyed this class, I would appreciate a like. You can also subscribe to my channel to get all my classes as well, cooking as well as yoga and meditation. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Namaste.